What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We got a package in here. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's a bag from DHL, which has a box inside it that came from China. So I'm assuming it's a knife. Let's go ahead and head to the top down and see what we got. All right. So this is the bag right here. I got all my information on the other side, so we're going to keep it facing this direction. I'm going to cut this open. We'll see what's in here. I'm not exactly sure what it is. My wife thinks it may be a Kickstarter that I did a while ago. I'm not sure. So we're going to be using the Clydesdale from New Breed EDC as our unboxing knife. This thing's got a wicked edge, as you will be able to tell right there. Look at how easy that slice. This is absolutely ridiculous. There are a couple blems of these left on New Breed EDC's website. We'll go ahead and link that below. This is an absolute amazing knife. Come through from Loot 10 Tech's community design knife, OEM by Kubi. It is just an absolute wicked knife. So definitely, if you don't have one, go ahead and pick it up. And oh, this is a real steal. All right, this is a massive box for the knife. The knife I think is in here. There's only one real steal that I know should be coming. And so you open up the box, then you got to unwrap this. And then after you unwrap this, you have another box. So there is... Oh, this is kind of cool. This is a flat Torx Phillips bit that they send with it. So you've got the Phillips on both sides, Torx on two sides, and a flat head right there. This is a sweet little tool. I did not know this was coming with it, so this is actually kind of cool. And then here is the real steel box. This is going to be the Rocket Premium. So we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing of this one right here, and then we'll do a full length later. But first off, this is my first real steel. I really actually like these boxes. There's kind of like a texturing to it, which is kind of cool. And then it's a nice kind of premium box to itself. Got the knife all wrapped up here. So it comes with that little tool. Looks like here is a kind of like take apart, depending upon what kind of lock you have. It kind of goes through all the different locking mechanisms and how they meet you. And then here are the specs to the knife that we got here. So if you want to pause and take a look at that, you can do that. I'll have it to the side over here, and then we'll go ahead and do the full length video, which we'll use that as well during the full length video for that. But go ahead and get this unwrapped in here. I like, oh man, okay, yep. I knew I would like this knife, and I do. And I do actually like how they did the rectangular versus just a traditional square. But first off the bat, that micarta's got some real good texture to it. I'm gonna go ahead and close the Clydesdale, just had it open over there. That texturing on that micarta is fantastic. It actually feels really good. You have a really nice backspacer, titanium backspacer, with some jimping milled into it right there, which is pretty sweet as well. Comes absolutely centered. Really like it. Yeah, let's go ahead and open it up. So you've got this flipper tab on the backside, and that came out really nice. It's just going to be a flipper. I absolutely love that sound. It's probably because it is so narrow, has a really high backspacer, and there's not much space for that sound to travel, but it just like knocks in there. That is pretty sweet. Yeah, I really like that sound. And that action is ridiculous. Comes right down. This is S35VN. It says right here. Let's see if we can get it to... You can see the S35 right there. And then that is the maker's logo, which is actually pretty sweet. So I really like this. This is my very first real steel. It is a pretty sweet design. Yeah, I like how the lock bar stops right before you get to the clip. I would have loved to have the kind of relief on the inside versus the outside, but that's an aesthetic choice, in my opinion. I do believe you can get this in a just raw titanium without the micarta, and then there's a different micarta look to it as well. That's probably why they send you the tool, because it doesn't use a traditional tool. You're going to use like the flathead tool that it comes with to take this apart. Ergos are fantastic. This is a beautiful blade. You have just like this baby swedge right here at the top. Absolute baby swedge that comes down and makes that drop point look, just adds a little bit to it. That fuller looks really nice. And then I really like, this is the designer. I really like how they just kind of hid the designer's name in there. Ivan, and I'm not going to say the last name because I will butcher it, but Ivan B Design. That is pretty sweet. This is a really, this actually reminds me of, not action or anything, just kind of fit and feel. Kind of reminds me of my Shiro Neon. And so I'll probably pull that when we do the full review and put that as a side-by-side. This is a little bit bigger, at least feels bigger. But I like this milled clip. I think it's a milled clip. Yeah. We'll have to pull a little bit more. These are still available. You can get these on a couple different websites. I believe you can get these on Knife Center. You can pick up on Amazon, Real Steel's website. It's S35VN, titanium frame lock. Excuse me. They range anywhere from about 165 to 190, depending upon the variation and where you're picking it up from. So I will go ahead and put some links below. If it's an Amazon link, it does support our channel. If it's not an Amazon link, it's just for you to check out the knife and take a look at it. Greatly appreciate all the support that we can get. But yeah, this is the Real Steel Rocket. This is a titanium frame lock, an S35VN. Absolutely loving it so far. That jimping on the backside is like a perfect amount of jimping for where it is. And the ergos to this thing, because it's so slim and it just has like generic back, you've got a nice little kind of pivot right there, which actually reminds me a little bit of the Kunwu Tau Compact. Has a little kind of, or the Tau as well, but this is more closer to the compact size. Has that little arch and angle, so it's not a true like flat back to the side. Gives a really good kind of fit to the ergos in that hand right there. This is kind of a mix between my Tau Compact and the Shiro Neon, and I'm really digging it a lot actually. I really like this knife, so we'll see what happens, but yeah, you'll have to check back for the full review after I carry this a while. So this one is jumping into my collection. So this one's going to be in my collection. This was the third knife purchase of 2024. And so I'm really excited to have this one for a while, carry it, and see what happens with this bad boy right here. This is, I really absolutely love that sound. I hope you can hear that sound just as well. I'm going to do it over here. See if you can hear that with, yeah. That just sounds so good. Oh, man. All right. We'll get back on screen over here. So, yeah, this is the Real Steel Rocket. Comes in about 170 to 190, depending upon where you're picking it up from. Not much left for the unboxing. We'll do a full video. We'll do tip-to-tail measurements, side-by-side comparisons, all that cool jazz. But until next time, I'm going to leave it there. TTFN.